guys, it's Mia and today I am back with my freshman year Q&A. So basically this video is just going to be a ton of advice and do's and don'ts and tips and stories from my freshman year. So basically your guide to freshman year of high school. So without further ado, let's just get into the video because this is going to be a long one because I have a ton of advice for you guys. So my first question was, sorry if I'm looking down at my paper. My first question that I got was, did you like your freshman year? Overall, yes, I liked it. There was obviously some parts that weren't the best, but all in all, it was a good year. I had a good time. I met a lot of new people. I got a lot of new opportunities. I also did a poll on my Instagram, my private spam account. And that was the results for that. So I had people vote on how they thought their freshman year went. Next is, did I like middle school or high school better? Me, I liked high school more because there was more freedom. I got to choose classes, I got more extracurricular activities or more opportunities to do those. There's more chances for sports and stuff like that. The sporting events are fun. The events your school puts on, or at least my school put on, was fun. Is the first day as scary as people put it out to be? For me, it wasn't. I was definitely nervous, but our first day is freshmen only, so we just have a day of just freshmen to ourselves. So the second day of school was kind of nerve-wracking for me too, but since I already got my schedule and everything under my belt, it was better. You're gonna be nervous. It's your first day of school. You're gonna be nervous every first day of school, probably regardless. I don't think your first day will be horrible. It could be, and be prepared for that because it's a first day in a new school and everything like that, new people. So it could be bad, but try and just stay positive throughout the day. Know your schedule. I recommend putting it as your lock screen. That's what I always do. Know your classes. Usually they give out maps at orientation, so where you get to meet your teachers and stuff before the first day. So if they hand out maps, I like to highlight or circle where my classes are and know my schedule and the order of it, and at orientation you can walk around and go to each class. You should have already had lockers in middle school, so I don't think lockers would be a worry, but if they are, you can practice at orientation too. Also, I had older siblings, so they kind of let me know what high school was like and stuff like that. So if you have any older siblings or older friends or older teammates, ask them and they'll definitely be happy to help because everyone was once a freshman. So if you have any questions about anything, ask them. You can ask me too. Obviously, I don't go to your school, so I couldn't tell you exactly what your school is going to be like, but I can definitely help you a little bit. My next question is, was freshman year hard? So at times, yes, it was hard. It's harder than middle school, at least for me it was. I take all advanced classes, so that was obviously a little bit more challenging, but it was doable. I made it through freshman year. I got all A's. I found my core friend group. I played sports and did well and had fun in them. So obviously it's going to be hard at times and there's going to be some challenging moments and it's going to be different for everybody, but as long as you stay positive, your year shouldn't completely suck. The next question was, any embarrassing moments? So yes, obviously there's embarrassing moments, from walking into the wrong classroom to being late to school, stuff like that. I have a couple examples too. Yeah, messing up presentations in front of the class because you're gonna have to present and speak in front of your classmates. In gym class, during the first week, we were playing soccer and the teacher was standing out in front of us. We were on the soccer field and she's like, okay, everybody kick the ball as hard as you can. We're gonna see who can kick it the farthest. So I kicked it as hard as I could and she was standing halfway widthwise across the soccer field, and I kicked it as hard as I could and she wasn't paying attention and it hit her straight in the stomach. So I almost knocked my gym teacher over during the first week. So that wasn't really my best moment. I'm saying as my friends and I look back, a lot of our embarrassing moments were the most fun moments and the funniest moments that we have through the year. So honestly, if you're in an embarrassing moment and it's happening, laugh it off. It doesn't matter. It's not going to matter in 5 years, or at least it shouldn't matter in 5 years. So just have fun with it, laugh it off. Remember, in that moment, I'm probably going to be laughing at this within a year. So yeah. Next, I have some do's and don'ts. A lot of people ask for do's and don'ts, so here are mine. Do have fun. Do study hard because grades now matter and colleges will look at your GPA. Do use a planner and set reminders. Do find your core friends, find the real friends, whether that be one friend or 10 friends. Just find real friends who are there to stay. Do worry about yourself and not care about other people. If people are talking crap about you or whatever, Try to brush it off because that's other people. Try to worry about yourself and yourself only. And lastly, do respect and listen to your teacher. It's so horrible when kids are talking back to teachers and not listening to them and disrespecting them. Don't be that kid, just respect your teacher. Now here are my don'ts. Don't sweat the small stuff, like I was talking about with the embarrassing moments. If it's not gonna matter in 5 years, don't worry about it, okay? It's fine. Don't procrastinate and not do your work. You will regret it so much if you procrastinate a project over the week and then it's Sunday night and you pull an all-nighter because you didn't work on your project. So just try not to procrastinate. Don't walk slow in the hallways, but also don't run or sprint in the hallways unless you want to be looked at really weird. So just keep a good pace of walking. Keep walking. You don't have to stop at all your friends' lockers. Smile at them, say hi. That's it. You don't got to be Miss Social Butterfly in the hallway. Get to class. Go to the bathroom if you need to, whatever, just get your stuff done. Don't gossip. Don't be spreading rumors or anything like that, and basically just try and stay out of drama because that will ruin your freshman year if you're getting in a ton of drama. Don't be a part of it. Don't take part in it. Yeah. Don't sit on your phone in class. So lastly, I just want to talk about this a little bit. Don't walk into your freshman year and walk into those doors and think that you're all that. Obviously, be confident with yourself, but you're a freshman. Don't walk in with a big attitude. Just be humble, stay low-key, whatever. Worry about yourself, not about other people, and don't be walking in thinking you're all that. Next, I just have some tips. So one of my biggest tips is to make a homework group chat just to go to if you need help on a worksheet or anything, or sometimes you just really need, I couldn't figure out 13 through 20, can somebody send me the answers? And then you can look at the answers and kind of figure out how to do it. I don't recommend just making these to get answer keys and stuff like that because then you're not going to actually learn and then you're going to get to the test and you're going to be screwed. So if you're making these, use them for help, use other kids in your class for help and stuff like that. I recommend also using a planner or downloading apps to use to remind you, or just setting reminders on your phone so you remember to do homework and projects and if you have practice and stuff like that. Also, I did kind of talk about this in one of my videos on how to be a straight A student. I talk about my organizational system and stuff like that. So I'll link that video on the I if you want to see what I did for that and like what I used for each class. Go watch that video. Otherwise, if you're not going to do what I did, I recommend having a notebook and a folder at least for each class. Also, I'm just going to give you some ideas of what to keep in your locker. Headphones, gum, snacks, a charger, phone charger, perfume, or hair stuff like a hairbrush or some hair ties or stuff like that. Obviously, if you're a girl, other essentials that y'all know of. But that's all that I can think of right now. If you have any others, make sure to comment them down below. The next question was, do seniors really make fun of you? No, not really, because they're a senior. They could really care less about you. The only time they're gonna do anything with you is if you're annoying or all up in their face, or if you're actually their friend. So just don't bother seniors and they're not gonna bother you. Okay, next I had a girl tell me that she was in a situation where she knew some people that weren't really the best influences or best people, and she was wondering like how to like kind of like avoid them and stay away from them. So my advice is, if you're talking to them and if you're friends with them, just slowly like cut them off from your life, stop talking to them. And if you're friends with their friends, kind of like stop talking. Basically just slowly distance yourself from this person, or if you don't like actually know this person super well, then just distance yourself right away as soon as school starts. Try to find new friends or better people to hang out with. It's a great time to do that in high school because new beginnings and stuff like that, there's going to be new people in your school, and it's just a really great time to make new friends and good friends and find real and true friends and good people. Someone asked what they should bring on the first day. It really depends. Some teachers are going to start right away on that first day. Some teachers on the first day are just going to kind of like talk and go over the syllabus, so you might not really need stuff. So I can't tell you for sure. I'd recommend to at least have a notebook and a pen or pencil. But if you think, if you've heard from other people that like this teacher, like the science teacher, they start class right away, then bring everything you need for that class. Next, someone asked if it is okay to not be taking advanced courses. Of course, it is okay. Do whatever is best for you. Do what suits you. Don't do what your friend's doing if that isn't suiting you. Do what you need. If you're really good at math, sure, take an advanced course in math. But if you're not so great at English, then don't take it in English. If you don't want to take any at all, don't take any at all. It's not a huge deal. Do what you want to do what suits you, and do what you think will be best for you. Also, on my spam account, I posted on my story and had people send in advice that they had for incoming freshmen. So just in general. So really quickly for this advice, don't slack on your work, actually do it. You're never going to be too lazy to do it, so just do it and get it done with. High school relationships aren't always what they seem to be, so don't really sweat it that much about high school relationships, but if you find a good person, stay loyal to them, stay true to them, whatever, you know. Don't be a jerk. Try to be kind to everyone. I know it's hard, but just try to. Manage your time well and use planners. Next, one of my friends said, when in doubt, cry it out. And I'm pretty sure she was kind of kidding on this one, but it's true. If you need to cry, cry. Let your emotions out. Don't hold them in. Talk to somebody, even if it's just your dog. Just don't try and hold all your emotions in, because that'll get hard and in the end it won't end up well. Try and stay away from upperclassmen if they're coming at you and trying to date you and all this stuff, because a lot of times they just want one thing from you. So I would just recommend staying away from upperclassmen when you're a freshman. As far as dating, if you want friends, then do that. Also, I just recommend to stay out of drugs and all that stuff. It's not a good idea and it's going to get you distracted from what really matters. That's just my advice and my perspective on that. And the last question is, what is your biggest tip for freshmen? And I'm going to say, don't sweat the small stuff, have fun, but try to stay out of trouble and just work hard. Really, those are my biggest tips. So yeah, that is it for this video. If you have any more questions, please leave them down below. Also, if you have any advice for freshmen, leave it down below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on my post notifications, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!